The integration ceremony should have been straightforward. Representatives from 47 species gathered in the Grand Nexus, a structure so vast it contained its own weather patterns. Each delegate would receive their assigned partner, a companion from another world meant to foster understanding between civilizations. Most pairings followed predictable patterns. Temperamentally compatible species, similar communication styles, matched threat levels. Marcus Webb stood in the human delegation section, watching his colleagues receive their assignments. Johnson got paired with a Melodian, a floating jellyfish creature that communicated through color patterns. Rodriguez drew a puffball, essentially an oversized hamster with 6 legs and an endless appetite for vegetables. Thompson received a crystalline, a being of living glass that sang harmonious frequencies when content. Safe choices. Easy partnerships. Then Marcus heard his name echo through the chamber. The platform before him shimmered, and something materialized that made the nearby delegates take several steps backward. The creature stood 8 feet tall, its body composed of interlocking black plates that shifted and reconfigured with each movement. 4 arms ending in blade-like appendages hung at its sides. Its head was an angular nightmare of sharp edges, with 3 eyes that glowed like molten copper. A ridge of metallic spines ran down its back, occasionally sparking with electrical discharge. The identification display flickered to life. Kyer. Species. Apex Sentinel. Homeworld. Designation classified. Threat assessment. Maximum. Marcus felt his mouth go dry. Around him, whispers spread through the assembled delegates. Apex Sentinels were legendary. They were the enforcers of dead empires, weapons given consciousness, beings designed for war who had outlived their creators by millennia. They rarely joined integration programs because most species refused to host them. The Sentinel's 3 eyes focused on Marcus. When it spoke, its voice resonated like metal scraping against stone. You are Marcus Webb. I am designated Kyer. We are matched. The integration coordinator, a nervous Melodian named Fex, drifted over quickly. There must be some error in the algorithm. Let me check the compatibility matrices. There is no error, Kyer stated flatly. I requested this pairing specifically. Every eye in the chamber turned toward the Sentinel. Requesting a specific pairing was almost unheard of. The algorithms designed matches based on psychological profiles and diplomatic needs. Personal requests carried weight, but required extraordinary justification. Marcus found his voice. Why me? Kyer's head tilted at an angle that would have broken a human neck. You are the only human delegate who did not flinch when viewing my species file. Your psychological evaluation shows curiosity rather than fear when encountering the unknown. You have never carried a weapon, yet you volunteer for high-risk exploration missions. These traits are compatible with my requirements. The coordinator's colors swirled with anxiety. Mr. Webb, you understand that Apex Sentinels are classified as high-danger entities. They were created as ultimate soldiers. Kyer alone has been present at the fall of 7 civilizations. I witnessed those falls, Kyer corrected. I did not cause them. My creators built me to protect. When they turned their weapons toward extermination, I refused and left. I have spent 3,000 of your years seeking species worthy of protection. Species that choose exploration over conquest. Marcus studied the being before him. Beneath the armored exterior and weapon-grade appendages, he detected something unexpected in those copper eyes. Loneliness. Purpose without direction. A soldier programmed for protection who had outlived everyone he was designed to defend. What exactly does being your partner entail? Marcus asked. I will accompany you on assignments. I will ensure your survival in hostile environments. I will provide tactical assessment and defense capabilities. In exchange, you will help me understand if humanity is a species worth protecting. Kyer paused. You will also teach me whether I am capable of existing as something other than a weapon. The other delegates had retreated to safe distances. Even the usually diplomatic Melodians had clustered at the far end of the chamber. Only Marcus remained within reach of those blade arms. The algorithm thinks we're compatible? Marcus asked the coordinator. Fex's colors flickered uncertainly. The compatibility score is actually quite high, 92%. But that doesn't account for the danger factor. Everything worth doing involves danger, Marcus replied. He extended his hand toward Kyer. I accept the partnership. The chamber fell silent. Kyer looked at the offered hand for a long moment. Then, with surprising gentleness, he extended one blade-tipped appendage and carefully touched Marcus's palm without breaking the skin. This gesture signifies agreement in your culture, Kyer observed. It signifies trust, Marcus corrected. I'm trusting you not to slice my hand off. You're trusting me not to judge you solely on what you were built to be. Something shifted in Kyer's posture. The metallic plates of his body realigned into a slightly less aggressive configuration. I have not experienced trust in 1100 years. I will endeavor to prove worthy of it. The first joint assignment came within days. A science team needed protection while surveying a planet in the contested zone, an area where territorial disputes had recently turned violent. The Council specifically requested a security detail capable of deterring attacks without escalating to warfare. The other security officers brought standard equipment, energy shields, stunners, hardened armor. Marcus arrived with Kyer. The science team's leader, a crystalline named Hex, vibrated with obvious distress upon seeing the Sentinel. That thing is our protection? It looks like it could eliminate us all without effort. Correct assessment, Kyer confirmed. I could eliminate this entire science team, your ship's crew, and the 17 vessels currently tracking us from beyond sensor range. I will do none of these things. I am here to prevent others from harming you. Wait, Hex's harmonics jumped an octave. 17 vessels? Pirate Collective, Kyer explained. They assumed the survey mission would be poorly defended. They are currently reconsidering their assessment. Marcus pulled up the long-range sensors. Sure enough, 17 signatures had appeared at extreme range. As he watched, they began to retreat. You broadcast your sensor profile deliberately, Marcus realized. They see you and know attacking would be suicide. War's greatest victories are those won without combat, Kyer stated. My creators understood this before they forgot. The mission proceeded without incident. Kyer stood watch while the scientists worked, an unmoving statue that every potential threat gave a wide berth. But Marcus noticed something else. When the scientists expressed curiosity about unusual rock formations, Kyer would provide tactical assessment of stable approaches. When a junior researcher nearly stepped on a venomous creature, Kyer's blade arm intercepted it so quickly the motion blurred, then released it unharmed into safer territory. During rest periods, Kyer would ask Marcus questions. Why do humans sing? Why do your scientists risk their lives to learn about rocks? Why do you carry images of other humans who are not present? Each question revealed a being trying to understand concepts beyond his original programming. Protection, he understood. Destruction, he understood. But curiosity, joy, nostalgia, these were variables his creators never installed. Months passed. More missions followed. Word spread through the Council about the human with the Sentinel partner. Some called Marcus reckless. Others called him brave. A few suggested he might be the first step toward integrating species, previously considered too dangerous for standard diplomatic relations. Marcus simply considered Kyer a friend. The crisis came on a routine escort mission. A transport carrying delegates to peace negotiations hit an unexpected debris field. The ship lost power and began drifting toward a planet's atmosphere. Evacuation pods launched, but Marcus and Kyre's pod suffered navigation damage. They crashed in dense jungle, far from the designated landing zones. Marcus woke to find his leg pinned under wreckage and Kyre standing over him, blade arms extended, facing the surrounding forest. Blood ran down Marcus's face from a head wound. His communication device was shattered. Multiple predators approaching, Kyre reported. Local fauna. Highly aggressive. One count 23 distinct signatures. Marcus tried to move and gasped at the pain. His leg was definitely broken, possibly worse. Can you drive them off? Yes, permanently. No killing, Marcus said through gritted teeth. These are animals defending territory. We're the intruders. Kyre's head swiveled toward him. Your survival probability decreases significantly with that limitation. I'm not asking you to let them kill me. I'm asking you to scare them away without slaughter. There's a difference. The first predator burst from the undergrowth, something like a scaled bear with too many teeth. Kyre moved faster than Marcus could track. The blade arms flashed out, striking the ground on either side of the creature, creating explosive impacts that sent dirt spraying. The predator retreated with a startled howl. More came. Kyre became a blur of calculated intimidation, striking rocks and trees, creating thunderous displays of power that drove the predators back without touching them. He manipulated the environment itself into a weapon of deterrence. When the rescue team finally arrived,